I think we're back online. Yeah, we are. Okay. This is perfect. All right. Happy New Year, everyone. I know this is the weird timing, but I want to do it now. Footstep, walk, and run. I have not. Well, there's actually no and. Footstep, walk, run. It's voiced. Let's check it out. Should take about an hour. I'm really looking forward to it.
Is going to show up. I dressed up really nicely today for him.
I know most people probably noticed we're pretty late on this. That's why we have Naga's costume. That's why I've pulled for Rapi Red Hood. Anyways, this is a perfect opportunity to do this, so let's just do it.
All systems are go. I don't think it could get any better than this.
Well, she's ready. Let's do it. Alright, this should all be timestamped if I'm not too lazy to do it at the end of this. Part 2 comes out tomorrow, so hopefully we'll do all of it tomorrow as well. And yeah, let's do it. This is it. We'll start with Chapter 1, Rapi's story.
Commander, are you going straight back to the Ark?
Yeah, I have a lot of things to do.
If you're not busy, could I speak to you briefly in the commander's room?
Sure, that's fine.
Jeez, using your transformation as an excuse?
I love Anise.
I haven't the faintest idea what you're insinuating.
Rapi does like
But I'd
us, right?
For you and Neon to come as well.
Oh, shoot. It's a threesome.
Why? Have you got something to say to us?
Oh, no. Whoops.
Yes. I think it's time we talked.
And then we
about
get to know
what
her
happened
past.
to me
Oh, wow.
and how I lived. There's a lot that I still haven't told either of you. Or the commander, for that matter.
You know, I'm more interested about
Ooh.
Anisa's past, but...
Should we bring something? Fried chicken and soda? Maybe something sweet for snacks?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good idea. Will you be talking for a while, Rapi?
Oh my gosh!
That'll change how much we'll have to buy.
It's not exactly going to be a fun story. You shouldn't have to prepare too many things.
I like both these goofballs. Let's head to the outpost. I'll tell the top brass that we've got to handle some quick maintenance issues.
All right. Thank you.
Let's see. Snacks? Check.
We really have snacks for this?
Check. Comfortable seating? Check. Washroom? Check.
I don't know if I can eat fried
You
chicken
two
while
are
listening to a sad
really
story.
going overboard with this.
They're really prepared too. Should we turn on some music? Is this a party? We're about to get a really sad story. They're lulling us to sleep. They're putting our guard down.
No, that won't be necessary.
Anise, can I get some of that chocolate syrup? Here. What kind of cookies did you get? Raspberry and pecan. Which one would you like? Raspberry.
She likes raspberry?
Hold on.
Oh, pecan's not exactly that good.
Oh, these? Cilantro flavored chips.
Cilantro?
Oh. I think I'll pass on those.
Cilantro flavor? Why?
I wasn't planning on sharing.
Do either of you ever plan on actually listening to my story?
I love Anisa's eyes.
Sorry. Sorry. We're all done now. I'm ready.
All right, SpongeBob.
Okay. I think I'll begin at...
Whoops. Sorry. These are crunchier than I thought they'd be.
Oh my god.
It's fine. I'll just get right into it. I'll start from when I was human.
This is so traumatic
My
for her.
earliest memory.
That's right. She still remembers herself. Me. Okay. I don't even know if Neon or Anise remembers their past, but Nikkes aren't supposed to remember their past, so that's a big deal. All right. I guess we've been waiting. Small World A.
Humanity will emerge victorious.
Oh.
The sudden ambush by those vile raptures has demanded that we move underground, where light cannot reach. We have suffered a long humiliation, to be sure. However, that humiliation will soon be over. The central government has invested untold time and effort into reclaiming the surface, which was stolen from us by the raptures.
I forgot. Was Rapi ever up
We have created
on the
countless
surface?
state-of-the-art weapons, as well as those those
As a human.
gorgeous goddesses of victory, the Nikkes.
The oh so gorgeous what?
With them, we will take back what once was ours from those vile raptures.
I thought they were haters.
This great fight is to be called the Surface Reclamation War.
Okay, weird name.
Operations will commence in 2 months. Citizens of the Ark, prepare yourselves. Prepare for the moment in which we reclaim our homeland. With the Surface Reclamation War, we will soon bask in the glow of victory.
How long ago was this?
This commercial is on every single station.
This is
I'd
young
rather
human
be watching
Rapi.
some cartoons.
You were born in the Ark, weren't you, Rapi?
Oh, she was, so she was never on the
Yes.
surface.
Then you might not realize how much this means to us.
Yeah.
All of our real homes are up there.
Up where?
The nurse can't be
the
that much
sky?
older then.
No, a place called the Surface.
I heard that it's dangerous there.
It is, since there are raptures everywhere.
Raptures are those monsters, right?
She's so talkative as a kid, huh?
Right. The raptors stole our home, and now we're trying to take it back. To that end, the central government has been preparing for a very long time.
Aren't the Nikkes the ones doing the fighting?
Yes, they are.
Nikkes are amazing. Goddesses of victory, fighting for humanity. So cool.
I suppose like a lot of girls probably thought, you know, the Nikkes were really cool. And that's why they became Nikkes themselves. Wait, she was warm and kind and she was a proper kid, and unlike how distant she is now.
You really like Nikkes, don't you?
Of course. They're the best. They're so strong.
That they are. With them fighting on our behalf, we're sure to win.
I don't understand. What's so great about winning?
What a question. Everything.
Yes,
You've never seen the real sky, have you?
winning's everything.
What do you mean?
I mean the actual sky, not an artificial projection.
I'm still not following.
You'll understand soon enough. The sky is absolutely breathtaking.
If you say so.
You're not interested? You've been staring at that syringe during our entire conversation.
Is there any chance I can forgo the shot today?
Come
Needles
on.
are scary.
You know better than that. You need these shots and the medication to get better.
Oh, she's sick.
I'm going to die in this place.
What? That's not what something a kid should
Who
say.
told you that?
Yeah.
Nobody told me, but you said it. You said it while you were talking to another nurse.
Oh.
You kept calling me a poor thing.
Wow. She heard.
Is death the end?
Yeah.
When you die, does all the pain go away?
Yeah, but so is everything else.
I'm sorry, Rapi.
This nurse is crappy. This nurse sucks.
Nurse,
Yes?
what happened?
What do you mean?
The Surface Reclamation War.
You remember all that? That was years ago.
Oh, shoot. She's been here for
I
years.
remember it because it interrupted my cartoons.
That was years ago. That's
So
a quick
tell
time
me.
skip.
What happened?
We lost.
Damn.
I see. Then what is going to happen?
Money is tight, so times in the Ark are going to be tougher. This hospital might not last much longer either.
Then what happens to me?
I'm not sure. They don't tell me these things. At any rate, we're all done for today. Do you need anything else?
No, I'm okay.
If her sprite doesn't
It's
change,
been a while since you had any requests. Are you okay?
does that mean she just doesn't
What
grow
does it
very
matter
fast?
how I feel? I'm going to be lying here for the rest of my life.
Wow.
So what's the point of wanting anything?
You'll get better.
There's no point in trying to make me feel better either. Sorry. Thanks Thanks for your help today.
I like young Rapi. She's so dreary.
All right then. You get some rest.
Maybe this is her emo phase.
Oh, I wanted to say,
Yes?
I've seen a lot of cuts and bruises on your body lately. Are you okay?
Is the nurse getting beat?
I have been participating in protests.
Ah.
What kind of protest?
Wow, she's honest.
Protests against blaming Nikkes. They're being blamed for the failure of the surface reclamation war. Detractors are saying that all this time and money was spent on Nikkes for nothing. They say the Nikkes are the main cause of the current financial crisis in the Ark. Unspeakable things have been happening all over the city.
Wow.
I'm vehemently against that.
Nikke's didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, it's just like how
That's right.
modern governments
They
blame
sacrificed their minds and
immigrants
bodies
for
for
everything.
humanity. For us, they fought against an unknown foe. It's wrong to treat them like this after they risked their lives to fight for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing whatever I can to help. I know this might be a bit difficult for you to understand, Rapi. But you must never put a price on the sacrifices of others. The act itself is noble.
Okay.
Wow, she
I'll
just
see you
agrees.
tomorrow.
That evening, while watching a news report on the violent crackdown of the protests, Rapi sees the nurse's name on the list of Oh my god! She died? Argent says, I use my pilgrim mold. You'll never guess who I got. That's right, Idol Ocean. Pilgrim molds are a scam, and it makes me feel like Rapi does. I still have 3 pilgrim molds. I'm gonna wait a bit longer until Rapi shows up. Once they put Rapi in the pilgrim mold, I'll open them. But yeah, that's really unfortunate. Rest in peace, dude. It's sad. Alright, let's keep going. Small World B. I really like Drury Rapi. Several years later. I think she has like stunted in terms of her growth. Anyways, and she's not a normal kid.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Okay, let's prepare your injection then.
All right.
I expected to get
Is
worse.
there anything else you need?
This isn't even that bad.
No.
Very well. Rapi,
Yes.
the hospital is going to be shut down soon.
And then she becomes a Nikke
The
after this.
recession after the surface reclamation war hit our sponsors especially hard. This hospital has always been run entirely on grants, so times are tough.
Shutting down a hospital is
I see.
crazy.
I tried to
No
find
government
a place
help?
for you to stay, but I couldn't track down any of your family or relatives.
I know.
Adoption didn't work out either.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, considering my illness.
There aren't any other viable hospitals either.
I
What is
figured-
her illness? She's stuck in a hospital for years.
Rapi,
Yes.
Hmm?
would you be willing to participate in a clinical trial? A new drug is being developed for children like yourself with rare diseases.
Huh?
It's a risky proposition. But if you participate in the trial, the hospital will be given another grant.
Oh my god!
If you help us,
This isn't even for her. He figures she's gonna be doomed anyways, because he tried a positive solution, none of them worked. So at least make her life worth some money. I mean, I think she's gonna accept because she's a stray kid, but
we won't need to close down the hospital. No, never mind. I'm sorry. What am I saying? Let's finish up quickly so you can rest. I'm sorry.
I'll do it. I'll be in the trial.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Doctor,
Yes?
if I die, will I be at peace?
oh my gosh.
What are you talking about, Rapi?
Tell me, will I be at peace?
No one really knows that.
I'm not sure either.
Wow, he didn't lie. I thought he would lie. Several years later. Is it
You're
finally
showing improvement.
teenage
You're getting
Rapi?
better. Rapi. You're the first case where this treatment has been successful. So you undergoing this is bound to garner us more financial support. Thank you, Rapi. Thank you so much. You've saved our hospital.
Wait a second, her name was Rapi. Before and after. Rapi points at the TV with trembly hands. On the TV, a person in a military uniform and another in a suit are debating.
Oh, that... Apparently, some Nikkes who are being persecuted attempted to escape to the surface. The central government tried to destroy the elevator that they were using to go up. But there was an accident. They lost control of the elevator, and it nearly crashed in the middle of the arc. But before it landed, the Nikkes that were on board blew themselves up to prevent a catastrophe.
Oh,
It
this!
was an incredibly noble thing they did.
They screwed up the timing. I remember reading about the ghosts. There was a short story, I forgot what, in the elevator. And we played through that, and it was really weird because they said it was 70 years ago, but that time... Sorry, they said it was 30 years ago, but that time frame doesn't line up. Now it's 70 years ago, which makes more sense.
People have started referring to this entire incident as the Goddess Fall. And there has been an outpouring of grief for the Nikkes who sacrificed themselves.
I'm glad they redid that because when I first played the game, that was my first month of playing the game. The timeline made no sense to me at all. And then when I got to Anniversary, timeline made even less sense to me. You know, for all those things to just be 30 years ago would just be crazy. But yeah, 70 years ago makes a lot more sense.
It significantly curtailed the voices of those factions who were so fervently anti-Nikke before. That program on television is a debate on whether or not to grant Nikkes additional rights. Nikkes may not be able to regain the glory of the past, but they can at least escape from this endless cycle of hate. I've said too much. Anyway, thanks to you, Rapi. There's hope.
She hasn't said anything yet, though.
Just hang in there a little longer. I'll see you tomorrow.
She literally
Don't
has said
forget to
nothing.
push this button if anything happens. Okay?
The doctor leaves the room, a joyful expression on his face as he flips through the chart. Is she like comatose? Hey, Dingy! Rapi frantically presses the red button at her fingertips. Does it even work? But no one comes. What? She can't even communicate, can she? Tick, tick, tick. For the entire night, the tapping of the plastic button is the only sound which echoes throughout the room. Okay, let's be clear. You cannot blame her too much or the doctor too much. They're clearly understaffed. This hospital is barely running, so... But the button doesn't work and she has no way to communicate. Screamed very loudly and said she can't. I don't think she can. But I'm glad you enjoyed your Mario Kart collab, Dingy. We haven't even played Mario Kart together, man. Thrown away, eh? Several years later...
Rapi,
Yes?
how are you feeling?
She actually did get
Good.
better.
Okay. Rapi,
What?
you have been cured. Congratulations.
Hold on. If she got cured, why did she become a Nikke? I thought like this was a terminal disease. She was gonna pass anyway, so she decides to become a Nikke. That's storyline was hinting towards for me.
We'll be able to have you discharged very soon.
I'm fully recovered.
Correct.
What happens now?
You live an ordinary life.
How?
Was there anything that you ever dreamed of doing?
Yeah.
Yes. But I can't do it anymore.
The hospital will be moving. Well, restructuring would be a better word. We're in the midst of constructing a new, bigger building. To be exact, it will be a facility and not just a hospital anymore.
Sorry guys, whoopsies. I accidentally clicked SLA.
Your participating in that clinical trial proved the effectiveness of the new drug. Because of that, our sponsors are providing more new drugs and additional financial support greater than we could have ever hoped for. It's a new beginning for the hospital, and for me. I'm hoping that you can start over as well, Rapi. I found a place for you, and I transferred plenty of money into an account under your name. I would like for you to do something with that.
What? How?
The doctor actually cares. I thought he was just using her.
Think about it. You're young and have plenty of money.
But I want to go with you.
Thank you for everything, Rapi. Take care.
Thank you, Doctor.
Why doesn't he just adopt her? That's the part I find a bit weird here. Usually when people have such long-term relationships, it leads to things like that. I don't know. He's been caring for her for years. This just kind of feels weird for him to just set her up and let her go. Yeah, I'm sure he was using her, but he clearly has a level of compassion. He doesn't even have to give her money, is what I'm saying. And he decides to because it's the right thing to do. Alright, give me a second, guys. Like, I get it's accurate. Did they do, like, terrible things to her? But, like, I don't know, man. That feels really weird. She served her purpose and they just let her go? Huh. Thrown away, B. Rapi walks off, clutching onto the piece of paper in her hand as if it was a priceless artifact. They didn't give her shoes. Indecipherable letters and numbers are scribbled on the note.
I can't read this address.
Rapi feels the weight of something in her pocket and pulls out a card which is a mixture of black, white, and gold.
Credits? Is this money?
Whoa,
How do I use this?
Hold on, this isn't right at all. She doesn't know how to do anything. Rapi glances around her surroundings. They are entirely unfamiliar to her. Tall buildings encircle her, and throngs of people shuffle busily past her. Rapi approaches a man to ask how to read the address and use the card.
Excuse me.
Isn't this guy just gonna take everything from her? She's just a naive girl. The man does not turn around. Or they just ignore her.
Excuse me.
The man still does not turn around. Rapi notices something inserted into the man's ear. Whatever it is apparently being used to block out any outside noise. Rapi approaches to tap the man's shoulder, but he walks off to meet up with what appears to be a friends of his, laughing and chatting amongst themselves as they head off. Rapi looks around once again. No one makes eye contact with her. She is unable to approach anyone, as they all either have something plugged into their ears or are busily moving about. Rapi walks aimlessly. She keeps walking. After a while, her feet start to hurt, and she takes another glance around. Everyone is wearing shoes. Looking down at her own feet, she sees that she is barefooted. She begins to walk again. This is weird. Rapi comes across a large crowd gathered together, who are excitedly shouting something. She heads closer towards them.
Nikkes are not machines! We are sentient beings! Living things! Never forget what happened during the goddess fall! We sacrificed ourselves for humanity! And yet humanity continues to persecute us!
Rapi doesn't understand what the woman was saying. All the people who have gathered stand without anything in their ears. She approaches them to ask for help. Did they start shooting at the Nikkes? An explosion rings out, causing the surroundings to shake. For a brief moment, Rapi feels dizzy, and then collapses.
Have they lost their minds? You don't have to use violence to suppress a demonstration.
Well, this is America. No, but seriously, though, this happens a lot.
We have to call off the gathering for now. What are you doing?
What's the scared
Hurry up
face?
and hide. Huh? Who are you? I've never seen you before. You don't seem to be from the central government.
Oh, the Nikkes help her, but the humans don't. She has a cute face when she's scared.
Hold on. Are you a civilian? Here, come with me if you want to
Come with me if you want to live. Isn't that a bit extreme? Rapi crouches down. At the same time, she looks at the person who has been shouting at her. She lies motionless on the ground. A pool of strange colored liquid forms underneath her. Rapi instinctively turns around and runs.
We've got a runner! I got her!
They can't even tell Nikkes from humans. Bullets rain down Rapi. She stays low as she possibly can while attempting to run. A bullet grazes her arm, causes her to stop. Are they just shooting at all the girls? She collapses to the ground. Shouts to humanity. I mean, this is all very believable to me, thus far. Okay, well, the doctor hospital scene's kind of a bit weird. I feel like she should have had more support than that. What's the point of giving her credits and that place to live if she's illiterate and everything? Like, maybe they didn't pay attention to her? I don't know. That doesn't strike me as right, considering how many hours and years they spent together. And yeah, the first time she gets any help, the Nikke gets blown up. That's really unfortunate. First friend A.
Injecting nymph. Injection complete.
Do they have to manually make every
Anchored to
Nikke?
brain. Copying information. Copy complete. What? Why is the capacity so small? Well, it happens. Let's see. There's nowhere she wants to go. Sure enough. Nothing. Her capacity is rather small. No wonder her sense of self is so muted.
Oh, that's right.
No need to generate a body map then. This one should be suitable for a mass-produced model.
So this is Rapi then. That's right. The very individualistic ones are more likely to be a non-mass-produced model.
All right. Done. Injecting data into Nymph. Let's see. Basic tactical pack. Surface knowledge pack. Rapture data pack. And... what is this? Why is her knowledge level so low? Where is this lady from? Spends her entire life apparently sheltered and ends up dead during a protest. Life is strange.
Oh!
Now, where's that knowledge pack?
Oh, hold on. If you die, you can be turned into a Nikke. Without consent. Okay, that's interesting. Sucks to be born a woman. In this universe, it's even worse.
There we go. Injecting. What else is left? Is it about done? All right. Let's see. Hand over the brain extraction unit and... done.
I think the idea is because Rapi opens her eyes. Her value of self is so low that she's a good candidate to go Red Hood. There's no peace in death, huh?
RR15436.
For some reason, Rapi knows that serial number being called is referring to her.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Unsure.
Okay. That's normal. Get ready. We're going out.
Where are we going?
The squad leader brusquely tosses
The
a
operations
USB-C.
details are all in there.
There's USB sticks still? Okay. The squad leader brusquely tosses a USB stick to Rapi.
Understood.
Rapi connects the USB to her body, somehow knowing exactly what to do. Nikke's have USB ports. Her eyes begin to glow.
Resource collection mission confirmed. My role is transportation.
Just carry as much as you can handle. If you can handle that, consider me impressed.
Understood.
Any questions?
No.
You're a strange one.
I don't understand.
She literally acts like a
People
robot.
usually ask more about what they're supposed to do, whether it's dangerous, etc. All that knowledge they injected you with doesn't compare to in-field combat experience. And yet you're being put straight into action without any adjustment period. Aren't you scared?
Are you not going to issue instructions during the operation?
I will be. That'll increase your chances of survival, if only minutely.
Then I am not scared. It's clear what tasks I'll be responsible for. It's fine as long as I am not instructed to figure things out on my own.
What?
Right. You really are an oddball.
Okay. That is insanely rough. What the heck? She's just gonna be sent out as soon as she wakes up. Like, I don't expect humanity to be like, you know, compassionate or helpful here, but that's crazy. So, without consent, you can be turned into a Nikke. Humanity can't tell the difference between Nikkes and humans, so I guess during the demonstration, they just shot at all the women, and then everyone who died gets turned into a Nikke. Humans really suck, huh? The horizontal produced Nikke gun is such a strange design. It has a horizontal mag, but it looks like it loads in a non-intuitive way. The gun designs in this game, I think, is super questionable. Like, one of my favorite characters of all time is Asuka from Evangelion, and her gun in Nikke makes no sense. So, that happens. And Rem's gun makes no sense, and Ram's gun makes no sense. A lot of guns don't make any sense. First friend B.
Squad 0910F has left the Ark and arrived on the surface. Commencing resource acquisition operation. Let's move out. Keep your head on a swivel, everyone.
As the 10 mass-produced Nikkes walk along... Oh no, my mouse.
Hey!
As the 10 mass-produced Nikkes walk along the surface, not a word is spoken for a while until... Oh! Her first friend! Wait a second. Yeah, you're right. This is a really weird-looking gun. It's not even a bullpup. What's the... It reminds me of the P90, the SMG.
Hey, newbie!
Are you speaking to me?
Hey, Bomb Bomb.
Yeah, you. You became a Nikke today? Is this your first operation?
Are you planning on engaging in conversation?
I guess?
Conversation is prohibited while engaged in an operation.
Did you hear that, leader?
If you've got the energy and the inclination, go for it. Just keep it down.
Wow.
You hear that?
Am I to understand that we should engage in a conversation now?
I thought Nikke squads needed a human commander, but I suppose you can have a Nikke commander? I don't know, it wasn't clear to me before how the order of operations went.
Yes.
Very well. I will proceed in a dialogue with you.
Okay, Rapi's literally a robot.
How does it feel to become a Nikke?
I'm not sure yet.
I really like it.
Huh? Why?
I became a Nikke today, too.
Oh, what?
Since I'm being deployed at the same time as you, I guess you could say we're twins in a sense.
What the heck?
Today is your first day as a Nikke?
That doesn't even seem true, yeah. She seems so much more comfortable.
I thought you had been one for some time.
Yeah, exactly.
Me too. I've met a few cheeky Nikkes in my time, but none quite like you.
You're too kind, squad leader.
Okay.
Keep it down, will you?
Don't get them
If a
killed.
rapture hears us, we're dead meat.
Roger. Anyway, I look forward to working with you. What's your name?
RR15436.
No, I mean your real name. Do you remember? I'm Sarah.
I'm Rapi.
It's interesting how she remembers so
Let's
much.
try and be comfortable around each other, okay? After all, we're twins.
Very well.
That didn't sound terribly comfortable.
They don't use these kind of models
Alright.
anymore, do they?
That's better. Then, to commemorate our new
They're
friendship,
likely not good
how
fighters.
about we get a drink once the operation wraps up?
I can't drink.
What do you mean? All you've got to do is take a sip of something and swallow. Easy. I'm counting you in.
Okay.
How about you, squad leader?
It has been a while for me. Alright, fine.
Wow.
All right, that makes 3.
I'm glad they're getting
How about
along
we
so
make
well.
This a squad-wide gathering.
How big is the squad?
Fine. But don't expect any fancy cocktails or hors d'oeuvres.
Of course, of course. A simple gathering is more than enough for me.
It's only her first day. Sarah slowly approaches
To be honest,
Raspy
I've
and whispers.
never drunk before either.
What?
When I was human, I was allergic to alcohol, so I couldn't drink.
She remembers a lot
But
from the
now
past.
that we're Nikkes and none of that matters, this is the perfect chance to try.
Oh my gosh. She's such a goofball. What the heck? This is her first day being a Nikke, which means she doesn't really know the squad leader very well. But she's already like comfortable enough to work with him to make these requests. What the heck? What am I reading here? Okay. She's really, really comfortable. Wait, isn't this exactly the kind of Nikke that becomes not mass-produced?
You've never drunk before?
Nope.
Why are you so intent on trying something you know nothing about?
It's not every day you get to be reborn. So I figured I might as well try out some new things.
Does this count as getting reborn?
How did you become a Nikke anyway?
Yeah.
I got shot.
Where? In the Ark?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what did you do to end up getting shot?
Yeah.
Were you the daughter of a grizzled crime boss or something?
I got caught up in a protest.
Oh, not very exciting, huh?
That's a shame.
Hmm.
Aren't you going to ask me?
Ask you what?
Why I became a Nikke?
Why would I ask you that?
So that we can get to know each other.
Why do we need to know each other?
Oh my gosh, she's never had friends before.
There's a squad member over here who isn't a team player.
She
Only the team
tattles?
to educate her as needed.
Roger.
Wow.
Oh boy, we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. First, I want to hear about what kind of person you were as a human. FYI, I'm pretty darn persistent, so trying to avoid me won't do you any good.
Wow. Feels a bit neurodivergent. I think that's kind of mean to say to her because she didn't have a proper upbringing. So it's not really... I don't think it's really that. Possibly, I guess, but if you have a stunted growth, you'll appear like many things, even though you're not truly those things. Squad leader is cool. Yeah, I like the squad leader. Even though she's mass-produced, she seems pretty chill and she fits her role. A curious story.
I propose a toast.
I don't have the energy to make any speeches. Let's just drink.
Aw, come on. We all made it out alive, didn't we? That's more than we could have hoped for, so we ought to celebrate.
Huh?
Don't people usually get killed when they go to the surface? We all made it out unscathed, so that calls for a toast, if you ask me.
Is it that bad?
Fine.
Even for a
do
resource
it.
mission? The squad 0910F sits around the table with cheap drinks and snacks, chattering noisily amongst themselves. The atmosphere is a celebratory one in light of their mission being a success. In the midst of the commotion, Rapi quietly sips her drink without saying a word.
This tastes strange.
Alcohol sucks.
Rapi, you are a real crack shot out there. You look like those illustrations they've got in the instruction manuals. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh my gosh.
Were you some kind of assassin when you were human?
Is she already drunk?
No,
Then how come you're so good at shooting?
I'm not sure.
The humor's pretty good.
Right. I guess it's possible you're just a natural. What did you do when you were human, anyway?
What do you mean by that?
You know, what were your hobbies, dreams, aspirations, stuff like that?
She didn't have any.
I didn't have anything.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's true.
No hobbies?
No.
No favorite food?
None.
Not even favorite food.
No turn-ons or turn-offs?
Turn-ons and turn-offs?
Negative.
What?
I see what's happening here. You're the type who builds up walls and doesn't warm up easily to people. Well, you better brace yourself, because you'll find I don't give up easily.
Well, Sarah's best friend... okay. She's best friend material. You need to have, like, a best friend that compliments you by being the opposite of you. Sarah suddenly slumps forward, her head slamming onto the table as she falls asleep.
Wow. That's my first time seeing someone pass out after drinking half a cup of booze.
Oh, she's bad at with
One
alcohol.
of you barely makes a sound, and the other makes such a racket I could tear my hair out. Talk about a real pair of oddballs.
Good balance.
Rapi, what's your favorite color?
I don't have one.
It's red. Come on, just say red.
Then how about red? I think it suits you.
There you go. Smart
If
girl.
you say so.
Rapi, do you have any aspirations or anything like that?
I'm not sure.
Well, as for me, I'd like to... actually, I'm not going to say.
What?
Until you give me an answer, I won't tell you anything about me. If you want to hear my story, then you've gotta give me a proper answer. Got it? I'm telling you, you better bust out the tissues, because my story is a real tearjerker.
This girl has so many death flags flying over her head.
Dang, that was tough. Did you ever travel around when you were a human?
No.
Is there anywhere you want to go?
Not sure. I don't know.
Come on. You're telling me there isn't a single place you're interested in going?
I don't know.
I don't get attached that easily, so I don't.
Hey, Rapi.
Yeah?
I do appreciate Sarah though. She's trying really hard to be Rapi's friend. Rapi's doing very little of anything. I hope Sarah like instills a bit of life into Rapi, but this just feels like Rapi as she is today, just slightly worse.
I'm tired of waiting. By the time you end up giving me an answer, I'll have forgotten my entire story. When we get back, I'm gonna end up talking about myself all night, so be sure to clean out your ears beforehand.
Wow.
Oh, and have plenty of snacks and drinks prepared. Just no alcohol, okay?
I'm surprised they survived so
Okay.
long, but they have a good squad
No
leader.
sleep for you tonight.
You know, I guess girls are just okay with saying that to each other. I'm not sure how I'd take it if a guy said that to me. Oh, do you guys notice how her body says O2 and her Sarah says O3?
All clear. Come in, squad leader. All raptures have been eliminated.
Oh, they even beat
Awaiting
raptures.
further instructions.
They even beat raptures. That's
Waiting for your
pretty
order.
good.
Please issue a command.
Oh god, your squad leader Rapi looks around. Nikke bodies lie scattered everywhere. They are all dead. Rapi moves slowly in search of any survivors. Hold up. The reason she's like this way is because her upbringing was crappy, and then when she became a Nikke, she was the sole survivor. So she doesn't want to build attachment with people, is what I'm going to guess. Well, that sucks. How did she even survive? The squad leader's entire upper half is gone. 2 Nikkes have been decapitated. Rapi glances at the other bodies lying on the ground. Sarah is nowhere to be seen amongst them. Did Sarah survive? Rapi stands in front of the 2 Nikkes without heads.
Sarah, I was a sickly person. From the day I was born, I never stepped beyond the walls of the hospital.
No way. Now you give your answer? She's... Ugh. This is why you say things before it's too late.
It was my entire world. The day I was finally cured, I was unceremoniously thrust into the world. That's when I was killed. So I don't know anything. I don't know what kind of person I was. I don't know what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. I wanted to answer all of your questions, but there's nothing else I could have said to you other than that.
You should have said still.
I wanted to know about your story. I was always curious about how other people live their lives. But
But...
I don't even know what kind of questions to ask.
Wow. Okay. Understand.
Sad.
She sounds exactly the same though. Okay. She's not good at expressing herself. Sure. And I guess that's that. Yeah, wow. Okay. I mean, I didn't get attached, but I thought they were going to be alright for a bit longer. 3 behind bars A. Rapi stands in front of the vending machine. She enters her name, RR15436. A bar splendoman comes out with a thunk. She picks it up and heads to an empty seat in the cafeteria. Voices can be heard all around her.
Is that her?
Is she gonna build a reputation for being bad luck? Like, all her squads get wiped out except her? Is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah, that's her. I saw her name when she entered it in the vending machine. RR15436.
Isn't she the one who brought back the head?
Yeah.
And she still got an appetite after that? Incredible.
Apparently she brought back 3 heads, not just 1.
Vicious, guys. Vicious. You know the word I want to say, but I can't. Even when they become a Nikke, they're still the same.
Wasn't it 5?
I don't know. I heard 3.
Should we ask?
Let's go. I think she's alone.
Rapi takes a bite of the Splendomin bar. She swallows it roughly and is about to take another bite when 2 mass-produced Nikkes sit down across from her.
You're RR15436, right?
That's right.
Were you in Squad 0910F?
Yes.
Yes.
I heard they were all wiped out during an operation. Well, I guess not entirely wiped out, considering you're still alive.
Anyway, I heard you brought back a few severed heads. Was it 5 or 3?
Why are you asking this? That's such a weird question. Wait, her bringing back the heads means they can get new bodies, right? So that's okay.
3.
Wow. So the stories are actually true? Amazing. But why do you do that?
Nikkes can survive and be regenerated as long as their brains are intact.
So you cut your squad mates' heads off and brought them in? And you've still got an appetite after all that grisly business?
I don't know what this Nikke's problem is. Is it better to just leave them to be dead forever?
I failed to see the correlation between the two.
Oh, well, it's just... There you are, yucking it up with your squad mates one moment, and the next you're cutting off their heads. Yet you seem completely unaffected.
Did she actually cut off the
I
heads?
simply felt the best outcome would be for them to be brought back to life.
Sure.
But you don't feel unsettled in any way?
Not at all.
Eesh. Personally, I don't think I'd be able to do it.
I heard you got some kind of medal.
Yes, I did.
That's it? Just a crummy medal?
They also said I could join any squad of my choice. I received some credits as well.
Credits? How much?
20 million.
What?
Wow, they're really laying it on thick these days.
20 million? That's more credits than I have right now. Okay, granted, I have credit boxes, but that's a lot for saving 3 mass-produced Nikkes. Wow.
I still find it hard to believe. Did you really bring back 3 heads?
Yes.
So, you're telling me there you are, the only one left standing. You take the heads of your 3 squad mates, stuff them in a brain shelter, then traverse the surface, on your own, mind you, for an entire week before arriving at the Ark?
That's right.
And you didn't run into any raptures on the way?
I attempted to avoid combat as much as possible.
What is this girl's
but
problem?
I ended up in 12 separate engagements.
Wait, she survived? I thought she was like not a good fighter, giving her low ratings. Or she managed to make it away. But she was holding 3. How did she even survive then? 12 engagements is a lot.
And you defeated them all, by yourself?
Yes.
Wow.
I know what you're doing. I don't care how desperate you are for attention. You should know better than that.
I don't understand.
She
what
thinks
you
she's
mean.
lying. Wow.
If you're gonna lie, you could at least try and make it more believable.
I'm not making anything up.
It's not hard to believe
Be honest.
that she's lying.
You butchered
I
your
mean,
squad members before going on the operation. And you left 3 alive so you could take their heads with you.
that doesn't make
You
sense.
did it all so you could get that goofy medal.
That doesn't make any sense, because if they revived the Nikkes, they could just tell. But I guess, you know, you don't have to think too hard about these things. It is suspicious, I get that part, but the explanation is weird.
Hey, what's gotten into you?
Yeah.
Doesn't this all seem awfully suspicious to you? If she wants to make up stories, fine. But she's making herself out to be some kind of goddess. What a load of crap. If you want to be a hero, do it the right way. Don't resort to dirty tricks.
What if she's telling the truth?
That's so funny that she says
How does
that.
make any sense?
You can't blame her. 12 engagements is a
Don't you
lot.
find this
It's hard to
even the
believe.
Slightest bit bizarre?
I find it hard to believe.
I mean, it does seem far-fetched.
You see? I'm telling you, she's lying through her teeth.
I'm not lying to you.
Of course you are! Without any proof, there's nothing I can do. I just feel terrible for those innocent Nikkes who died by your hand. Do you remember their faces? Their names?
Okay.
Do you remember what kind of people they were?
What the fuck? Rapi, you're not helping yourself by saying nothing. Rapi doesn't know how to respond to this situation. What? You can't stay quiet. That's what a criminal appears to be. That's what a guilty person appears to be. She has never been taught, and there's no protocol in her nymph for a scenario such as this. So she decides to follow her instincts. Oh my god! Okay.
My tooth!
That's fine. That's fine. If you get accused incorrectly, violence is a proper reaction. So this is a normal human reaction. There's nothing wrong with this.
Hey, are you crazy? She's crazy. Instructor! Instructor!
Well, what about Tattle? I'm not sure about crazy. Like, you're driving her up a corner. Oh, we actually go back. I thought the entire story would be, like, just this segment. I shouldn't say this, but I think Rapi has barely changed, guys. She feels exactly the same, to be honest. Okay, I know we're still, like, pretty early in, and we still have a part 2. But honestly, I like Anise more still. This is kind of hard to swallow. This story's kind of... It's really rough. It's kind of hard to believe it's this bad. But then again, it is Rapi. How did she even end up... Okay, let's keep going. How did she even end up in an absolute? How did everything work out so well for her? Let's keep going.
As far as I can remember, that was the first time I have ever acted on my own accord.
Nice.
A memorable day, sure. But one marred by violence.
There's nothing wrong with violence.
So...
Why does
what happened next?
Why does Firepower Girl care about
Fights
violence?
between Nikke's weren't as common back then as they are now. So, I was sent to the rehabilitation center.
Rehab? How did that go?
Rehabilitation center? Oh, man.
Oh, that's why it means 3 behind bars. She got a new gun and dyed her hair, so she's different. There's more to that. Yes, we got a New Year's gift. That was really cool. They're so generous in Nikke. Cadavers to make new units out must be harder to get than the demand. I'm surprised. I thought mass-produced Nikkes were not worth very much. That's why they were so easy and so quick to sacrifice them. Like, no, seriously, if Nikkes were actually that valuable, why do they deploy them so poorly? Why do they give them bad commanders? You know, there's a lot of iffy things that I think is kind of weird here. But yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, the survival rates are also really, really poor. So Nikkes, how can they be so costly? You know, Ark is terrible at building social veterancy. Every Nikke is a new recruit. Yeah, that's also the problem, right? There's no a veteran unit can pass knowledge to its new recruits so they perform better and they integrate better. But if you just get them all killed and it's just rookies all everywhere, then they'll never hold knowledge and gain knowledge and build knowledge. Let's keep going. 3 behind bars B. They are not heartless machines. They are our friends, and we must work with them for a better future with Nikke. This ad is brought to you by Tetra Line. Tetra, the worst. Rapi stares blankly at the TV hanging on the wall in the corridor beyond the bars. Rather than feeling guilty for striking someone, she feels elated for having had a will of her own and acting on it for the first time.
Will I be able to try other things as well?
Hey, be quiet.
Rio. Wendy. They have names.
They always show it right after that ad, so hush up.
Thrilling music plays from the TV. Rapi turns her gaze back to the screen. The goddesses? A woman in a flashy outfit dances and sings with a wide smile. After about 20 seconds of her routine, the woman disappears and an ad for vitamin supplements begins to play. Rapi turns her attention to the Nikke who had spoken earlier. She wants to dance.
You seem to be a big fan of Pretty.
She's the best. She gives me strength.
Oh, is it a Nikke that was dancing? Rapi continues to stare at Rio, unable to take her eyes off her expression. Her entire face is beaming with joy and excitement. By the way, have you guys ever noticed how the recruit Nikkes, the R rarity Nikkes, are actually kind of pretty? I actually really like Rio's design.
What are you looking at? You aiming to end your life early?
Rio, please. If we cause trouble here, who knows what will happen to us?
I don't understand. Do I die if I look at you?
You're about to if you keep looking at me like that.
I like Rio.
What precise
She has an
sequence
attitude
of
problem.
events would lead to such an outcome?
1, you keep staring at me. 2, I get pissed off. 3,
Okay.
I beat you to death.
I don't follow the progression from 1 to 2.
Okay, well, you know what? Violence solves most things, so let's just have it.
Keep staring, and you'll find out real quick.
She's been really patient thus far.
I'm sorry about her.
You gonna keep eyeballing me?
Yes, since I want to understand.
All right, fine. Allow me to make it crystal clear for you.
Okay. Rio bum rushes Rapi. Okay, the rehab center is basically a prison, so I guess that makes sense. Rapi instinctively punches Rio. Oh my god! And she falls to the ground with a heavy thud. Wow. Rapi's a natural fight. Okay, she has talent.
Huh?
I still don't understand. Is there anything I am missing?
I won't forget this.
It's okay. In prison, you gotta establish who is bottom bitch. And you do that through violence. And then you hump them afterwards. At least that's what I remember.
Rio? Rio? Oh my. She's fainted. You're pretty good. What's your name? I'm Wendy. Rio was the one passed out on the floor.
I am RR15436.
Does she not remember her name is Rapi? Wendy silently looks at Rapi with a faint smile. A smile Rapi can't fully make sense of.
I'm Rapi.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. She does
Rapi,
remember.
Nice to meet you. We're all mass-produced Nikkes here, so we're free to speak casually.
Rapi understands what she meant by that.
What did you do to get in here?
I see you're not one for small talk.
Do you have any hobbies? Where would you most like to go? What are your aspirations?
Oh. Oh my god. She reminds me, no joke, of Sugma. Like, when you're... when you don't establish relationships commonly with people, and they're like, the advice to start a conversation is to talk about hobbies, dreams, family, friend, and you're like, okay, great. There's more to it than just reciting these things and asking these things. Like, there's a progression here. But Rapi doesn't know, so she just like, okay, well, this is what small talk is like. Therefore, I just ask all these things. How old is she at this point? She's definitely been around for a while. I know she's stunted. I get it. I get it's rough. But man, that just reminded me of real people.
I must say that I'm not used to such a direct approach. It's caught me off guard a little.
Oh, she probably did learn from
How
Sarah.
about you?
But all at once is too much.
Me?
Yeah. Shouldn't you start by telling us your story first?
I don't have anything to say.
Wow.
Then I'm afraid there's no deal.
Yes, you always should start with yourself first.
I truly don't have anything to say.
Huh?
I have no hobbies. There is nowhere I wish to go. No aspirations.
Oh gosh.
I have nothing.
Was your memory wiped?
No.
No. I simply have nothing to recall.
Come now, that's impossible. Every person has at least got some memorable things to remember.
Yeah.
I am no longer a person. I am a Nikke.
You know, that's really interesting.
You're funny.
Okay, I'm not sure about funny. Nikkes consider themselves people sometimes, and then people consider Nikkes Nikke sometimes. It's interesting because I think it changes person to person, Nikke to Nikke, on whether they're people or not.
At least it looks like I won't be bored in here.
Why won't you be bored? Is there something interesting in this place?
Yeah, you.
There certainly is. I'm looking right at her.
Okay. I really like the first part. The build-up is really nice. The history, the execution. Like, it's helping you understand why Rapi is such a ice queen. But then she's not intentionally an ice queen. It's not that she hates you or something, or she dislikes you. She just doesn't know how to deal with you. Skullhead A.
No. You're supposed to say you're okay during moments like that.
But I'm not, so why would I say I am?
It's a matter of politeness, a social courtesy.
That's right, yeah.
Hmm?
Just keep that in mind, okay?
Okay.
Pop quiz. Someone steps on your foot. What do you say to them?
You got a death wish or something, punk?
Okay. Her individuality is so low, so she's just learning and copying other people. So she learned from Sarah, and now she's learning from Rio. Oh gosh. It's kind of adorable in a messed up way.
I see Rio's been teaching you more inappropriate phrases.
This is not how you make friends.
You should say, it's okay.
Okay, again?
Yes, use okay for
It
everything.
really is a magic word.
It is.
It makes you out to be the bigger person, which causes the other person to think about what they've done.
Does Rapi understand what Wendy just said? There's a lot of social constructs in that.
It's a way to defend yourself while also attacking.
Is that
Why
true?
Is it necessary to defend and attack during a conversation?
Also, yeah, the wording probably doesn't help with her understanding.
Ugh, this is so frustrating. Where does someone this clueless even come from?
Does your chin still hurt?
Of course it does. I'm letting it slide because you apparently didn't know any better, but if you'd done it intentionally, you'd be 6 feet under by now.
I don't know about that part, but I do think Rio is actually more understanding than she appears.
6 feet under? What does that mean?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she doesn't know any sayings. Metaphors and analogies probably don't help her at all.
Dead. In the ground. Buried.
But why?
Why is it 6 feet?
You're driving me crazy.
I don't even know. Why is it 6 feet
Wendy, I've got
in
a
particular?
proposition.
What is it?
We toss her out into the open and have her figure it out on her own.
Wow.
She'll either get beaten up or cursed out, and she'll have to learn the hard way.
That may be true, but there are 3 reasons why I'm using the current approach.
Why?
What are they?
1, we have a lot of time to kill here at the rehabilitation center.
True.
2, with this new information, Rapi might go on to teach other people who are clueless like she once was.
How does that help us?
Yeah.
She's useful for us as well. An opportunity to impress yourself upon another isn't easy to come by as a Nikke.
Is this just altruism? This doesn't really sound like it benefits her in any way.
3,
Okay.
it's fun.
Okay, well there you go. Rio's glares intently at Rapi's
Yeah,
expressionless
fun.
face.
Oh, it's time for the ad.
Everyone's attention turns to the TV in the hallway.
Everyone be quiet.
They are not heartless machines. They are our friends, whom we must work to get towards a better future with Nikke. Oh, it's the Tetra ad again. This ad is brought to you by the Tetra line.
Here comes Pretty.
Quiet.
All right.
Do we ever get to find out who Pretty is? Rio stares at Pretty dancing and singing on the TV, mesmerized. After the ad ends, she seems to savor the lingering emotions it stirs within her.
Rio,
Yeah?
are you into Pretty?
What do you mean?
Into Pretty.
Huh?
Love?
You have the same look on your face as when you have a special meal. You always want it all to yourself.
Well, I guess there's a bit of overlap. If only because there is that feeling of desire.
Wow, she's picking up on things. I think Rapi's better off than it appears. She just doesn't know how to deal with things, but she can interpret things correctly.
However, to be exact, it's more like envy.
What are you envious of?
Oh, the way she sings and dances. How all eyes are on her. Not to mention how gorgeous she is. I want to be like that, but I can't. Here you go, envy.
Why can't you be like that?
Are you seriously asking me that? Look at me. Use your brain for just a moment.
You and Pretty are both Nikkes.
Okay, Pretty is a Nikke. It's nice to confirm that.
You're both Nikkes. So why can't you be like her?
Is there anyone you want to be like?
No.
Of course not. You will eventually, way down the line, I guarantee it. Then you'll understand what I mean.
Red Hood.
Wanting to become something is one thing. Actually becoming it is a different story.
I'm not sure I understand.
She's not going to revere the Goddess Squad, because by this point, the Goddess Squad is already long gone. So she would have to find media of the Goddess Squad, but the Goddess Squad got wiped out in human history, right? Like, the setup is, like, setting it up for, like, a Goddess Squad kind of event, but it shouldn't happen due to the time frame.
You are exhausting, you know that? I'm going to sleep. Today's lesson ends here.
This is really interesting. Okay. The timeline is also interesting. This is a very different part of the arc's period that we're trying to fit together. All right, it's 6 feet under because that's the normal depth of a grave. I did not know that. Why does it have to be 6 feet, though? Is 6 feet considered a proper grave, and anything under 6 feet is considered a shallow grave? Is 6 feet what you need to do so the animals don't dig them up? Hi, Sigma and Gnome Fella. Sang does love bloom on the battlefield. What's that mean? Congratulations, Argent, on pulling Red Hood and a Rapi on the same pull. That's insane. Okay. Let's keep going. Skullhead B. I keep forgetting I have to press shift. The clang of the iron door closing echoes through the hallway. Rapi stares at the entrance to the rehab center. She finds the mental exercise and forced labor at the center far from enjoyable.
Come here.
Hey.
Rapi.
Hmm?
I was waiting for you.
Let's go.
She has friends now,
Where?
doesn't she?
You haven't decided on a squad yet, right?
Not yet.
Come with us. Join our squad.
Why?
For crying out loud, just calm. Why do you always have to ask questions?
Yeah.
That's just how she is.
Make some friends.
You're right.
For Pete's sake.
We want you to come with us because we feel sorry for you.
Oh, come on.
And there's still a lot to teach you. So, stop talking back and just come. Our squad has its own unique name instead of a serial number.
What is it?
I've already brought you up to the squad leader, so hurry.
The squad has a name?
Yeah. Most squads go by serial numbers, but those that are a cut above the rest have actual names. Ours is Skullhead.
Ah.
Ever heard of it?
Okay. No.
That's like a real military call name.
We're quite famous.
For a squad.
All I see are articles about you being involved in violent incidents.
There are only recent articles. Look up some older ones.
Who cares about what articles have to say anyway?
It's Rio's
Like
fault,
or
okay.
not. For your information, our squad specializes in combat. We operate differently from transporting or mining squads.
Is that a good thing?
You can fight, can't you? That's why you got that medal.
A combat squad?
Oh, they know she has a medal. I think you can just look these things up, right? Like on... Because it's all military. And military, you would have files on everyone.
Mass-produced Nikke squads are divided into 3 main types. First are those which secure resources on the surface. They go up to the surface, locate resources, and transport them back to the Ark. The conditions they have to work in are far from ideal. The mortality rate is high. And that's what your previous squad was, right?
Yes.
Wait, I thought the resource squads would have fewer losses than combat squads.
The second is Ark Defense. They stay in the Ark and maintain law and order. At least, that's what they tell us. In reality, the Nikkes are little more than cannon fodder and emotional punching bags.
But you're in the Ark. How can you be
And the
cannon
third
fodder?
is combat units. That's what Skullhead is.
Okay.
They either overhaul key facilities on the surface, or proceed to specific areas to exterminate raptures. They're the creme de la creme of the three types. The mortality rate is the highest, but so is the glory.
Okay, fair. It's so.
Even though Nikkes
like the
were
Scouts
heavily
then.
criticized for their disappointing performance in the Surface Reclamation War, the Goddessfall incident and the With Nikke campaign promoted by Mustang, the CEO of Tetraline, have allowed us to regain some of our former glory.
Wait, Mustang?
The treatment we received has improved
Huh.
by leaps and bounds,
Okay.
so it's a coveted role for any mass-produced Nikke.
Not for me.
We know you don't desire anything. But in extreme environments where life and death hang in the balance, anything can happen. I'm saying that there's a high chance you'll find something you want.
Besides, it's not like you have anything else going on, do you?
They actually put together a pretty good argument to win Rapi over. This is logical. And if she's anything, she's logical.
I don't.
Then join us, why don't you? Wouldn't it be better to stay with us rather than rub strangers the wrong way?
I don't rub people the wrong way.
Yes, you do! Okay, she's not aware. Fine. But yes, you do.
You're doing it right now.
Exactly.
I'll come with you.
Yay!
What do I have to do?
Okay. I like this thus far. It's pretty fun. Have you never watched a complete playthrough of MGS3? No. I've actually played MGS3. Why would playing MGS let me know how far to bury someone? Hey, shouldn't we meet up with Sarah later on? Because one of the... Or was Sarah one of the Nikkes without the head? Oh, shoot. You know what? Maybe not. I'm presuming the squad was of 5, right? And she found 3. Okay. So maybe Sarah doesn't come back. MTA. Oh, it's a quote? No, I don't know.
Rapi, stop them! Don't let them through!
This is the battle music.
Roger.
She's so
Leo,
calm about it.
Are you okay?
They blew up one of my legs.
Hold on, I'm coming! Rapi, cover me!
Roger. I'll keep an eye on the Rapture heading in that direction.
Much appreciated.
What lovely reassurance.
We raised a good student.
We?
Phew. We nearly brought the farm back there.
Oh, they made it out. Good.
You said the same thing yesterday.
All joking aside, raptors these days are no joke. They're getting stronger and faster.
That's true. It might not be possible to beat them with our current weapons before long.
Are the Raptures evolving?
What kind of crackpot theory is that? How could a bucket of bolts like those things evolve?
Ordinarily, I'd agree with you. But I think at this point, it's undeniable.
Yeah, they're getting better.
I'm not sure if evolution is the right term. But they're absolutely getting stronger.
If you're all done with maintenance, we're moving on to the next operation.
They have a commander.
I'm not done yet. I'm still putting my leg back together.
Hurry it up, for crying out loud. If we're late, it's your fault.
No, that would be your fault, you jackass. Not mine.
What did you say?
You heard me.
Rio, please.
Hurry up. We need to get a move on.
Wait, the commander backed off? What the heck? What is this relationship? Shouldn't she at least get chewed out?
Yeah.
The new commander exchanges a few nervous glances before leaving.
It's people like him that are causing us to go through such a rough patch.
I can't deny that. The switch from having our own squad leader to a human commander has muddled the chain of command and resulted in more casualties.
Okay, so it wasn't normal for human commanders to be a thing. So that's why there was a Nikke commander. But now they're switching over to human commanders. But why?
How long has it been?
2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks have passed and we've already gone through 3 commanders?
Correct.
Is this only happening to us?
Did they die?
No. It's the same everywhere else.
What a load of crap this is.
Are they dying?
I agree with you there.
I remember when I first played Nikke, we found this really weird statistic where like half the rookie commanders don't make it back, or they don't continue. Is probably better wording.
With that being said, I think they'll be doing away with the commander system soon enough. The fatality rate amongst the commanders is so high that there won't be many officers left in the Ark before long.
Yeah, exactly. So that is
These
true.
higher-ups don't have the slightest clue what they're doing. Okay, at one point in time, there was a legendary commander who was absolutely incredible.
Wait a second. How did they remember these things? I thought the God Squad got wiped out from existence. And these events, the elevator events was 30 years later, and this is probably like what? Maybe 10 or 20 years later after that? I don't know. That's interesting. So, or did they just know there's a Legend Commander, but it's not affiliated with the God Squad? Oh, let's keep going.
But how many times do we have to keep failing before they get it through their skulls that this system doesn't work? How long are they gonna keep trying to ram these commanders down our throats?
Is that literal?
If they're so desperate for qualified commanders, why don't they build some kind of military academy?
Ah, they
These
do
are
that.
just rumors. But there is apparently a squad with a human commander who is performing extraordinarily well. I believe he's called New Hope. He's the reason the higher-ups continue to enforce this commander system.
Is it Johan? That's my presumption. I don't remember anymore. He had a falling out with the Ark and he left, remember?
That's not the only thing they're experimenting with. They're also trying out all manner of different engagement tactics in different locations.
Why would they be doing that?
The answer lies in another rumor that's been going around.
Do you always spend your entire day gossiping?
I heard the central government is preparing for a second offensive to reclaim the surface.
What?
One 100 times larger in scale than the first offensive.
Did you say 100?
Again, it's just a rumor at this point.
That's massive force.
But I do think it's possible. That would explain why they are experimenting with different tactics. If they're preparing for all-out war, they'd want to collect as much practical data as possible.
Okay, that makes sense.
War?
Hey, hurry up and move.
Yeah, we're going. I hope that punk gets what he deserves out there.
Don't joke about that kind of thing.
Who says I'm joking?
I understand why you feel that way.
Let's get this over with and head back. There's a concert tomorrow, so I've got plans lined up from morning onwards.
Wait. Are things actually as bad as it appears? They can go to concerts. They do have free time. Like, they're not just endlessly fighting until they're dead.
Pretty?
You bet.
I heard she was in a bit of a creative slump.
Wait a
Is she
second.
back?
This is a death flag. She wants to do something. It's not going to happen because she's going to die. This is a death flag.
What are you talking about? She was never in a slump.
Right. My apologies.
You guys want to come? I heard entry is free.
No thanks.
I'm also not interested.
You guys are boring.
The concert's free. Next day, Nikke dormitory. Rapi examines her equipment prior to being deployed. Wendy lies on the bed playing with her phone.
Are you getting ready already?
She has a phone.
Yes.
How come you're always so on top of things?
It's easier this way.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you joined us, Rapi?
3 years.
Wow!
That long? Time really flies.
I do appreciate that they're putting a timeline down for us so we know what's going on.
It's been a while since I've asked you, but have you discovered what it is you want to do?
No, not yet.
I see. Well, I should start getting ready.
Wendy suddenly bolts upright, leaping off the bed with startling speed.
What? Rapi! Rapi!
Are they being deployed?
What?
Have you read the Arc Daily today?
No, not yet. What is it?
Pretty is dead.
Wait, what?
She was murdered by a Nikke phobia in the middle of her comeback concert.
What the heck?
What about Rio?
I'll contact her.
Wait, how do you even
The
murder
last
a
message I got
Nikke?
from her was that she'd arrived at the concert.
Is Rio alright?
I'm here.
What?
Rio!
What's wrong?
Are you okay?
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
Pretty, she...
Oh, that.
What?
I'm okay.
What?
Too bad about her dying.
What?
She died so easily. It was hard to believe she was even a Nikke.
What the heck?
Rio?
Okay, she's this, I can't even speak correctly. She's desensitized to dying. She's probably seen it so many times. It's more of a surprise of how easily she died than that she died. Okay, that makes sense. That's rough.
Oh, Rapi.
Yes?
It's been a while since I gave you a lesson. Here's one more thing.
Okay.
Yes?
There's no point in trying so hard.
Why?
None of it matters when you die.
Oh.
You can strive to be the best in life, inspire countless people, and give them hope.
Mm-hmm.
And it all amounts to nothing in the end.
That's true.
Life is meaningless.
That's true.
It doesn't matter how hard you try. If some crazy person intent on ending your life comes after you, it's all over in an instant.
That's true.
So what's the point? No need to put so much effort into living.
Rio.
No matter how much you strive to achieve, how brightly you shine, how beautiful you are, all someone has to do is lift a finger, and your life ceases to exist.
Wow.
So don't bother trying. It's all meaningless.
That's so depressing. Wendy approaches Rio and embraces her.
I'm sorry, Rio.
Is this how she copes?
What's wrong? I'm okay.
You're clearly not okay, Rio.
It's all so meaningless. What's the point of living? Why did Pretty work so hard to achieve everything she did? All it did was get her killed.
That's not true. I didn't know Pretty personally. But I'm sure the reason she worked as hard as she did was because she was striving towards something.
But we'll never find out what that something was. It's not like she'll ever get there anyway. Not anymore. It's better to give up on any dreams or aspirations you have.
Oh my god.
It all amounts to nothing when you're gone.
A few days later.
Rio, did you want to become like Pretty?
No. I wanted to become a pop star like her, yes, but not Pretty specifically. What? Is that so hard to believe?
So, it was more than just liking her music, huh?
Okay, so I dreamed of becoming like her. Is that not allowed? Even though I never made any concrete steps toward that dream, it all ended so suddenly anyway. A dream that died before it even began.
Oh my gosh.
Rapi,
Rapi hands Rio an envelope with extravagant patterning.
What's this?
It's a ticket to partake in an audition to be the next Tetra pop star.
What?
Rapi and I had to pull some serious strings in order to get that.
But these are so sought after. You can't even pay for them.
Wow.
Everything has a price.
We found a way to purchase it.
How much did you pay?
In a situation like this, I think it would be better for you to simply say thank you rather than ask how much.
And now Rapi's teaching etiquette? Oh my gosh. No, they really are friends.
I can't do this. I haven't even practiced, let alone gotten into the right headspace. I don't have
No.
any outfits,
You can't talk
and-
yourself out of this.
Well, you can start now.
Yeah.
The audition is in 3 months.
I'll be rooting for you. I want you to show me that hard work pays off.
Wow. This isn't happening. She's not going to survive 3 months. She's going to practice, and right before audition, Rio dies. There's no way. There's no happy endings. It's friggin' Nikke.
I'm sure you will learn a lot.
Think of this as being like one of the lessons we gave Rapi. Now, go get him.
Okay. I'll try my best. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Rio continuously hums a song by Pretty throughout her mission. Despite multiple warnings by the new commander to stay quiet, Rio pays him no mind and continues humming. Even when he begins harassing her, Rio shrugs off the remarks and continues undeterred. That night, I'm sorry, did I say she was going to practice for 3 months and then right before the audition, she's going to die? Sorry, I meant she's not even going to survive 24 hours. Oh, sorry. I meant she's not even going to survive 12 hours. Oh my gosh. So she had a dream and she snaps. Oh. She becomes a irregular. I don't even like that term. It's not even accurate. But that's what they say in the arc. Rio, her eyes crimson red, fires upon her squad mates as she hums Pretty song. After Wendy is forced to shoot down Rio, she smiles briefly, then turns the gun on herself. The gunshots draw in nearby raptures, and a battle breaks out. The commander dies in the Oh my god! Poor bastard! This isn't even his fault! Under his command, Rio... Oh my gosh! Becomes an irregular, smashes their squad. Your medic takes care of it, then can't handle it, and then offs herself. And then you get jumped by a bunch of raptors after your squad gets decimated. Oh my gosh. Poor bastard. Oh, I feel so bad for this dude. He's just some newbie commander, and now he's dead. Rapi and other survivor return to the Ark. Rapi's put on standby after a routine checkup. There's a warning on the news cautioning the public against fake Tetra Nikke audition tickets, which are circulating. It wasn't even real! Thank you, Nikke. Thank you. I needed to learn. I needed to learn a lesson in life. That nothing matters. That dreams, hopes, it's all pointless. Any semblance of a path forward is just an illusion. Nihilism, that's the only thing you should embrace. Thank you, Nikke. I learned that from Overzone, and I'm learning it again right now.
No. No.
So even had she survived, even had none of that happened, it was going to amount to nothing. I don't think Rapi cares about the credits she lost. Like, even if this doesn't change anything, because everyone's dead, it meant having that hope was always pointless. The Skullhead Squad is disbanded due to the members being killed in action. Rapi begins to understand what Rio meant by life being meaningless. Rapi looks at the mirror. In her reflection, she sees the same expression Rio has shown on the day Pretty died. But there was one other survivor. Who was it? She feels empty. Is that it? Are we done? Is that seriously the first half? I'm invested. Look, listen. I think a lot of you guys know me well enough to identify this. The way I am emotionally is not normal. So I don't exactly get sad. I mean, sure, I can get sad, but like in the face of sad moments, I find it often enjoyable. Because in my eyes, happiness and sadness, they're both things to be enjoyed. There's meaning in both. But even then, who are they writing this for? How can the average player enjoy this? I love this. This is a 5 out of 5. It's so grim. It's so dark. I love it. It shows exactly how shitty life is. Which, by the way, that's exactly how life is for most people. Most people have dreams and have aspirations, but they can never make or take a single step towards them. And then whenever they do feel like they can do something, they end up achieving nothing. It ends up being a mirage, an illusion, a fraud. This is normal. But like, why would they write this story like this? Who are they writing this for? Anyways, I'll put it up. I'm pretty sure that was the last segment. I've lost count because of how dark that was. That was MTB, right? Double checking. No, there's still one more. MTB. Time passes. Rapi continues to carry out her missions as part of an unnamed combat squad. She's lost all her friends twice now. Before she knows it, all her squad members except for her are replaced. Okay. Rough. Either being killed or going mad. The process repeats itself several times. There were many who had hopes and dreams of something better. She's the ultimate survivor. Do you guys remember this term? Survivor's guilt? I think if Rapi was remotely normal, she'd be incredibly stressed and going mad herself. But because she's so detached, she hasn't gone crazy. But they all died before they had a chance to realize those dreams. No one was immune to corruption, and none could overcome it. Rapi couldn't remember how many lives she had to end, their eyes burning red as they repeated the same words over and over. The mind switch is a horrifying spectacle. Their victims' personalities transform in an instant, and any relationships and bonds they might have had disintegrate instantaneously. But that's what I mean, like... because of how detached she is, she actually survives this a lot better. Innumerable Nikkes lost their lives in a flash. They were lost to raptors, to the environment, to humans, to other Nikkes. Their lives seemed so fleeting and fragile, devoid of meaning. All Rapi wished for was for it to be over, for these aimless, purposeless days to end. Time passes. The Ark is starting to bustle with activity.
The surface reclamation war is guaranteed to succeed. It will be conducted on a scale 100 times larger than the first.
This sounds like any typical politician that expects you to believe in absolute nonsense. And people will believe into it because people want to change.
The New Hope, a legendary commander in the making, Johan, will lead the war effort.
This is Johan. Oh god, it's all connected. Johan is going to fail this mission and lose all hope in the government and leave. So it was Johan. I'm glad. It also explains, because Johan's quite old, it also explains why we didn't see these events, because they were so long ago. Wow, it's all connected.
The technology of Elysion, Bacillus, and Tetra is cutting edge. All the particles which disrupt Rapture communications have been dispersed through the surface. Humanity has no reason to lose. Victory is ours. We are going up to the surface. We will reclaim our homeland.
Yeah, sure, what do we say? They get slaughtered here. We already know from the normal story. Oh, man. I want to hear Johan's side of all this. He doesn't even want to talk about it. It's that bad.
The second surface reclamation war.
With everything and everyone on the line, the Second Surface Reclamation War is officially declared. The Ark is more lively than ever before, with people whipped into a fervor. The word hope echoes at every corner, repeated incessantly. Rapi understands the emptiness that came with that word. But at the same time, gazing upon a world whose inhabitants were filled with such hope, she couldn't help but cling to a little bit of hope. Perhaps she too might come to share in that hope they all had. 2 years after the start of the Second Surface Reclamation War, as soon as the elevator doors opened upon reaching the surface, more than half the Rapis... Can I just ask you guys a question? Does anyone remember anything happy happening? Anything? It's like, has there ever been a moment in this story thus far that something happy has happened and then it just stays happy and it just ends happily? Literally, this is like a roller coaster. This is like a roller coaster to hell. Like, it has a slight bump up and you're happy that it's not like descending, and it just streams straight down into hell. And it has a slight bump up and then goes straight freaking down. This is not like a wave where it's just going up and down. No, it's just going down overall. As soon as the elevator doors open upon reaching the surface, more than half of Rapi's squad mates are quickly killed in a rapture attack. So they just got to the surface and are already dying. Rapi continues to move forward with the remaining squad mates. While on the move, the squad was ambushed by raptors, and most... I didn't even read everything, and I couldn't even... Oh my gosh. I already knew. Alright. And most of Rapi's squad mates were killed along with the commander. Rapi continues to move forward with the remaining squad... What squad? With the remaining squad mates.
Wait.
You have a name? Everyone with a name has died thus far.
Where are we going?
Doesn't matter, you're about to die.
Why don't we go back to the Ark? What good can we do out here? There are only 4 of us.
We have to join up with the others and resume the operation.
Okay.
What good will the 4 of us joining up do?
Nothing.
We can still be of help. We need to go.
Does Kalia want to abandon the mission? I don't blame her, but you can't stay on the surface, so it's better to regroup.
This fight was already lost before it began. It's been 2 years, and we haven't taken back a single meter of land. If they think they can reclaim the surface, they're delusional. This is a suicide mission.
It is.
Do you have any idea what the survival rate has been for Nikkes during this war?
What is it?
8%.
That's pretty high! 8%? That's a pretty good odd. I mean, that's the best Fire Me Heroes banners have to offer. No, seriously, I think 8% is fairly high for survival rate. They're getting decimated. So, the fact that, like, 1 in 12 can survive is insane.
Everyone else is gonna be slaughtered. This is my 4th time on the surface, and I've been lucky to come out alive each time.
Wow, she's a real vet. 4 times.
But things have really gone south this time. You ought to know this stuff too. It doesn't seem like this is your first time up here.
Yeah.
I'm aware. Yes.
How many times have you been up here?
If you're referring to during the Second Surface Reclamation War, this is my 27th time.
27th? You're lying.
Nobody believes what Rapi says. Is Rapi just bad luck? How are all her friends dying and she's the only one surviving? I can't wait for the Red Hood reveal as well. Obviously Red Hood's not here yet, but they're not put together yet. I think she earned that right, because that's the only way for this to have any meaning. But yeah, anytime Rapi talks about the things that she did, it doesn't even seem fathomable.
I don't lie.
What's your name, by the way?
Do they start remembering her
Rapi.
name?
Rapi?
Do you know me?
She's cursed?
Oh god! It's the Grim Reaper!
Yeah, she's cursed!
Grim Reaper?
If I stay with you, I'm as good as dead.
You're dead
Everyone who
anyways.
goes with you dies. Just saying the name Rapi is akin to a death sentence.
I don't blame them. When you're in these kinds of environments, you become very superstitious. So, that's fair. That's like how ancient warriors were all about superstition.
I said it again! No, I don't want to die. I'm not going to die, am I?
Yes, you are.
Someone save me, please!
I didn't kill anyone.
I know, but... Oh... You really didn't kill them?
No.
Why would she kill?
I don't believe...
Correct me if I'm wrong. She's about to die. That's fine. We all knew that was going to happen. But correct me if I'm wrong. Nikke's can't shoot Nikke's. Like, that's a rule. Because they made a big deal out of that last year. Remember when Scarlet's sister, Rose, was massacring the other Nikke's? That was like a huge exception. And the way she did it was pretend they were all raptors. Like, there are things within them that stop them. So I don't even know why she would believe. But then she's scared. You know what? When you're afraid, you're not logical anymore.
Artillery fire. Everyone, brace for impact.
Rapi looks around, but no one is left. They are wishy-washy with the explanation, since Rapi had to put down a lot of Nikke's. No, when they're corrupt, they can put them down. That's different. But when they're just a normal Nikke, they can't. Crow can subvert the Nikke programming too. Right, but they made it a story point. It's not something that you can do, unless they're corrupted. Rapi looks in the direction the fire came from. Several raptors are approaching, in a cacophony
Again.
of noise.
I'm the only one. I'm sick of this.
She's like a soldier of fortune. Except she's the only fortunate one. Rapi aims her weapon at the raptors.
Only one rapture remaining. I don't have much ammunition left. I need to aim for the core, but I don't have enough ammo to create an opening.
Just then, the raptor turns its head and fires a beam cannon off to the side.
What? Why is it doing that?
Rapi immediately dashes out from behind her cover, not leaving herself any time to think. She takes off running towards the raptor, which turns back to her, but is promptly assaulted by a hail of gunfire to its core. Okay, she's a very efficient soldier. She didn't even think about this. She just acted. You don't have time to think in war. The raptor's core loses its light and goes silent. She acted just on instinct. Rapi catches her breath and looks in the direction where the raptor fired its beam. Oh! Oh my gosh. She has the perfect ass. Look at Rapi's ass. Oh my gosh. I can't believe mass-produced Nikke's have an ass that nice. Wow. They're perfectly shaped. Oh, and Red Hood's there. That was the other thing that you should probably notice. Someone is approaching. They are dressed from head to toe in red. Rapi can tell that the approaching figure was a Nikke. The red figure stops in front of Rapi.
You're a Nikke, aren't you?
Okay, Red Hood's VA is among the worst I've ever heard in any gacha game. No offense to her, but she really is. This doesn't even sound like Red Hood. Did they get another VA? Is this part of the VA strike? But I'll be honest, the last time I heard Red Hood talk, it was during that Red Hood's VA talk, was during the interview where she was voicing Red Hood and doing a message. It didn't even sound like Red Hood. So it could also just be the VA. Rapi nods her
I haven't
head.
seen you before.
Nope, she definitely sounds different from her original voicing, which is only a year ago.
Oh, I'm sure I look like an insane person right now.
Okay, now it sounds more right.
Could you, by any chance, tell me what year it is?
Oh my gosh, it's connected. Do you guys remember the scene? We've seen the scene before. And now it's confirmed that it was actually Rapi. Everyone theorized it was Rapi. But this is the epilogue. Wow, I love how they connect events. Something about this doesn't feel right. But the Nikke before her seems to be in genuine distress, so Rapi shows her phone screen. Wait a sec, shouldn't there be a comma? Shows her her phone screen. Comma. The red Nikke stares at the date for a long time.
Huh. It's been 30 years? You. Let me talk to you for a moment. What should I call you?
Rapi wordlessly takes out her label.
Mass-produced Nikke RR15436. That's your name?
I like how she's been introducing herself as Rapi, but as soon as she bumps into Red Hood, it's back to RR15436. Oh man, it's just to make the epilogue even more annoying. Rapi nods her head.
That can't be right. Don't you have a proper name?
Yeah.
Mass-produced Nikkes like myself don't have names.
You liar! What? You have introduced yourself as Rapi. Oh my god. I don't know about you guys. Rapi triggers the shit out of me. I know she's gone through a lot and I feel bad for her, but she still triggers the shit out of me.
Don't lie to me. You must have a name.
Exactly.
I'm Red Hood.
Is that your real name?
Wait a second, Rapi is taller than Red Hood? I thought Red Hood was like a giant of a Nikke. Well, maybe not a giant, but bigger than average.
Well, yeah. So, what's yours?
Rapi.
There you go! Why did she do that? I think the epilogue ends so you don't see this moment, right?
My name is Rapi.
Footstep, walk, run. To be continued. Part of her is bigger than average? Okay, of course you know about that. Alright, guys. That was it. What did you think of the event? Alright, guys. I'll put a poll up. Rate the event. That was really good. I enjoyed that. For me, I feel like Nikke is in its element when they have dreary stories. And that was absolutely the definition of dreary. But I enjoyed that. That was really fun. I liked how it was voiced as well. That added a lot to it. Do I like this better than last year's event? I think last year, New Year, New Sword, or was it New Sword, New Year? Oh my gosh, it's been a while. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was the best story of 2024. I can't say for certain without seeing part 2, but I like part 1 a lot. It's back into Nikke's element with the depresso writing and the roller coaster that never goes up, or briefly goes up before it dives itself into straight down into hell. The pacing's really well done. You're getting to see the back character of Rapi. I do like seeing more of like the normal mass-produced Nikkes. I feel like that's very rewarding. But yeah, I've been enjoying this. This is really nice. Tomorrow, we get to continue this. So I'm hoping tomorrow we get to do more of this, but I might have to do brownness too. I don't know. I'll double check after the stream. But yeah. What do you guys think? Nikke gets PTSD every time they go to the surface, right? I like the part where the commander died. Which commander? It was more than one. It's crazy that the first time Rapi died was during the power plant mission early in the game. Yeah, that's right. Considering how like badass she was and how many times she survived. She's getting extra depressed. That's why she did that, I guess. Okay, maybe there could be other reasons. Maybe she didn't trust Red Hood, but she relented pretty quickly. The only critic I have for the writing is that there's so much pain that it's almost getting comedico and lessens the impact. You're correct about that. I straight up laughed. Though I'm the kind of person that laughs when I'm uncomfortable, when I'm scared. So don't take it the wrong way. I might laugh even when it's not funny. You know what? The best laugh I've ever had in my life was when I was getting a shot, a needle being put into me. And the doctor was like, why are you laughing like this? Anyways, people deal with stress in different ways. So, yeah. Good morning, Fate. Thought he would get more pre-Nikke Rapi. Feel like they copped out a bit. I think it's alright. I think it's alright. I think it's a good amount. They have to get to the second part of this. They've sufficiently paced this as a Depresso story, though. Rapi's like an Autobot. They only die to ambush attacks in the movies. LOL. Yeah. Sang gonna start laughing here in a minute. There's no way he can complete with this measurement. 17 inches? I'll beat 17 inches. PP time. Oh crap, never mind. Not as big as PP. I was at 20 inches today. Oh my gosh, Yandere Otaku of the 1-incher. I'm gonna like, he's probably in ads right now. All right, sorry, I know an ad's running. I'll wait for it to end before we finish our thoughts. But you guys voted 5 stars, 67% of you guys, and then 4 stars, 33% of you guys. I think it's fair. I think that was a 5 out of 5, but I'll wait for the ad to end before I talk more about it. I do appreciate the suffering, by the way, if it wasn't clear. Well, that was a perfect timing for the ending as well, because we had the ad running up. It continues tomorrow. I didn't know Rapi was so tall. Rapi is actually incredibly tall. Alright, I'm gonna wait for the ad to end. We got everything tonight, right? We just haven't done Rookie Arena or advisories. I guess I'll do those off stream. Near lobby music. I'm actually so glad I finished. I started Nikke 2 days before the Nier event ended, but at least that meant I can grab all the music. I'm really glad I get to keep the Nier music. Because newer players aren't as fortunate here. Oh, I have SBS with other Nier music. It's so good. Nier music is just amazing. I really like how Cosmograph got to orchestrate some Nier music as well. But I really like I really like now that I can deploy 2 girls' kimonos.
I do know someone who...
I saw her a week before that, and I agree. So fortunate with that. Yeah, I know. I'm so sad Tia didn't get a matching outfit with Naga. Yeah, I kind of feel sad about that as well. They decided Ain and Zwei deserved it over Tia and Naga. But yeah, now Tia looks really weird when used with Naga because they look completely different from each other. Anyways, I can presume the ad is done, so let's continue our summary. You guys rated it really highly. For me, I think it's a 5 out of 5. That is exactly the kind of Nikke story I'm expecting. Again, I'm really biased. I've always liked the rare Nikkes. I don't know how many of you guys were there when I was a young, new Nikke streamer, new Nikke player. But I mentioned this at one point. I asked you guys, would you rather have the Nikke of your dreams be with you, or like 300 rare Nikkes? And most people are like, I want to have the Nikke of my dream. But my answer at the time was, give me 300 of these random ass rare Nikkes and I'd be more happy. Cause you can... Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm not gonna explain myself. So yeah, it makes me really happy that the rare Nikkes get their spot to shine. And they have been featured in various stories. Last year, remember, during winter, we had Lumilla's story, and then a rare Nikke shows up. Soldier OW shows up. And then in Overwatch, it was Pina. Yeah, but like, I've always liked the rare Nikkes and their contributions to a Nikke universe. And so yeah. No, I'm still serious about that though. Would I rather have the Nikke in my dream or like 300 of these rare Nikkes? Anyways, that was excellent. I really enjoyed that. Now, it'll be up to the second part to really sell this as a top tier story or not. So I'm interested in seeing the rest of that. But yeah, we'll continue all this hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully. I think I have to start a new Nikke account and grind a little bit so I can actually blow through all these things really quickly. But yeah, switching it up every day. Yeah, you know what I mean. And you can, with that many Nikkes, you can take over a small nation if you wanted to. With one Nikke, nah. Even if it's a super scary Nikke, I don't think it works out that way. Anyways, guys, that is Footstep, Walk, Run. Or is it Footstep, Run, Walk? No, it's Footstep, Walk, Run. That's the right order. I usually run before I start walking. And then I take a footstep after the run. Can I just chatterbox? No. I want them to soldier FA. She stares hard at you. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Soldier FA. Chat, who's your favorite rare Nikke? In terms of design. Look, it would be really unfair. Everyone's just gonna be like, I like Fina. Well, yeah, of course you do. But in terms of the Gen 1 rare Nikke designs, Idol Sun's pretty hot, but eh. Fina's a bit much. Idol Flower, Idol Ocean, Soldier FA, Soldier EG. Soldier EG, like, she totally has like those anime waifu. She looks like one of those girls that goes to like paintball, or maybe air rifles. Well, I'll tell you my favorite. This is my favorite. That's why I was really happy to see Rio. Damn. What a crazy waistline. This is technically the first Nikke you get in the entire game. They put her in your squad.
I'm a mass-produced Nikke from Bacillus, product number 8.
And she's from Bacillus, my favorite. Airsoft, sorry. I'm tired. We've been streaming a long time. 9 hours? We've been streaming a long time. Alright, guys. But that's the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. We've been streaming for 14 hours, it says. I'm glad we got to do this impromptu subathon. If you're new around here and you want to see more, be sure to drop a follow, subscribe, like, all those nice things. I'll do Footstep Walk and Run Part 2 tomorrow if I'm not burnt out. I might be burnt out. 14 hours is a lot of time to stream. But yeah, I want to have dinner. I want to get some rest before I go to bed. You know, the moment I wake up from bed, I will be back to streaming. So it's not like, oh my gosh, my friends are streaming. Oh gosh, don't make me pick. Don't make me pick. If we don't crash, we'll raid one of them. But yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. I really enjoyed your company. Guys, who do we raid? These are all my friends. Don Koala, the Australian VTuber. I make fun of him for being old. Tatsu. We raided him last time, so probably wouldn't be a good idea to raid him. But he did raid us. Street Fighter player, no, Tekken player. Suan Lee, a streamer from Singapore. I've always bothered him. I always tell him I'm his biggest fan. Agumi, we raided her a while ago. It's been a while now. She's Canadian. We've raided John as well. I've raided almost all the VTubers except for this person because they're Japanese. The one who wasn't raided recently. Let's do Suan then. It's Suan or Agumi. I think I'll do Suan. We did Tatsu last time. Yeah, we did Tatsu last time. Don Koala, it's been a while. Guys, who do we raid? Don Koala or Suan? Help me pick, please. Please, I can't bear with this. The year just started, and I have to pick between my friends to raid? Don't do this to me. Help me. Do we raid the guy Failure, Suan, or do we raid Don Koala, the koala bear? We got one vote for Koala. My friends were streaming too, and then all those some bitches rage quit to go to bed. All right. Technically, it is breakfast. It's 8 p.m. Drop bear. All right. We're doing bear. He always has his gun out. It's so funny. What's our raid message? What's our raid message? Happy New Year. You're koala, your koala plapping rap. No, I can't say that. Don't get me in trouble. Happy New Year, you koala. You old koala fuck. No, I can't say that either. You old koala. You old koala. What's a short form for Aussie? I'll just you old koala Aussie. Let's go with that. I wanted to say you old koala F word, but no, let's not do that. Anyways, thank you for being here, Degen Dork. I appreciate you. Thank you, Andre, Ignis, Jimma, Swollen Dingy. Oh, Yandere Otaku. I'm gonna give a shout out to Dingy at first. I'm gonna have dinner after this, and yeah. Good night, Dr. Tentacles, Argent. Is that everyone? All right. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Good night. Sleep tight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Where we did the final 48 minutes of the subathon. But yeah. Night night. Love y'all. Bye bye. Happy New Year.